Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's see who all is in here. Hi, Marie. Hello, Holly B. 3-boy mom. Hey, Savage, I'm sorry about your puppy. You know, that hurts so bad when you lose one of your fur babies. It's awful. Hey, that one Ginger. Hey, Betty. Hi, Aggie. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Nuba Max. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. Right. Hi, M. Shaw. I think I saw that. I saw an outlaw trucker in here earlier. Hello, Michelle. Let me see who else. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. I think I got everybody. So real quick, if you haven't checked out the page or you haven't, if you want to come to the Discord, let me know. Just send an email and we'll get you a link. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Christy. Misfit Brit, girl, where have you been? Working different shifts lately. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's awful. When we lose a pet. Matter of fact, that's funny because Kevin was just talking about his puppy that passed away. Good morning, Kelly. So it's going to be an interesting show because we have a couple different things to talk about. And, Don's been on a media circus, if you know what I mean. Media tour. I mean, it's almost like when the Beatles invaded America. I mean, this last week, we went from making videos on the potty to trying to act like a normal human being, and it's just not working out. So I'm going to bring up Kevin B., shoot the shit for a minute, and let everybody get settled. Morning, my friend. Hey, did you hear what I said about Savage? Her puppy died.
Oh, that's a bummer. That my avatar, that was my dog. He died, but man, when you lose a pet, it's like losing your arm. It's so sad because we get so attached to our animals. They're a family member, and when they die or something, it's like, it's heart wrenching, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, it's awful. Yeah, when my puppy Hope died, oh man, that was awful. She was a flat coat retriever. When my dog Abby died, that was a German Shepherd, and not to mention what it does to the kids. That's their pet.
I felt bad when my beta fish Charlie died.
Oh. How long did you have the fish?
Who, Charlie? I had Charlie for 5 years. A beta fish lived 5 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Because they normally kick the bucket, But yeah, when you lose a pet like that, it's heart wrenching. Or you know what's even worse? I've had to take 3 of my dogs that I've had to the vet and have them put to sleep. Now oh God, that's terrible.
Oh. I've never had to do that, and I'm glad I don't.
And I sat there with my dog while it was dying, when it got put to sleep. Oh, I'll never do that again. That's terrible.
3-boy mom says, I worked for a vet for 20 years, and we always told people to let themselves grieve just as you would the closest family member. It's the same thing. Wow. Yep. Wow. Yeah, Savage said that's what we did. Yeah, I almost didn't do the show today because one of my best friends called me this morning and her dad passed away. But she told me to go ahead and do the show and just call her later. So if my mind is kind of scattered, that's why. But it's not too scattered to not talk about what a dumbass Don sounded like on his interview with the behavior panel. Any thoughts, Kevin? Because I know you might have a couple.
Well,
go ahead.
I forgot. I can't remember. I don't know. That's all it was. That's all it was. absolutely did not change my opinion whatsoever about Don Wells or Kane or any of them. You know, my opinion is, I watched that and I was like, up, same old bullshit. You know, if
Yeah, and a
there's,
lot. Go ahead.
go ahead. No,
Oh no, finish your thought.
um, I wonder if the behavioral panel knows as much about Don as we do.
Absolutely not. They don't. They couldn't possibly. Just a
Because
few
if they
days
knew
ago.
everything, I don't
Yeah.
think they'd even put the man on.
No, they wouldn't. Well,
No.
here's my thing. They haven't done the analysis yet. So we had the trailer, everyone saw that. Yesterday was an interview, and we're waiting on the analysis. How are they going to give an analysis now that he's deceptive? They won't say lying. When they already had one with him before saying that he was telling the truth. Are they going to say, no, I'm wrong? I don't know. I don't follow this show. And I know a few of you reached out and you were like, man, they're killing me in the comments. I can't believe it. These people don't listen. The people that watch their show are basically watching the hosts. They're not following these cases. So they're not going to go against what the hosts do because they're fans of the hosts. They don't know
Yeah.
Summer's story. You had a similar experience, right, Kevin?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. What's your question? About a similar experience?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you said something about you were in chat with them or you left a comment.
Oh yeah, I was watching it, and I was in chat, and I was surprised to see there was people, I mean, quite a bit of people that I know noticed that are on social media and in chats and stuff. But if you think about it, over half those people watching that, they have no idea about Don Wells. They don't. They better sit down and start listening to him for 4 months. You know, and it was good to see, but some of these people that were in there, you could tell by their comment they had no idea what they were even talking about.
No, and the hosts are definitely not uneducated people by any means. They could just be playing Don, just letting him, because obviously part of the conversation was stuff that he could easily answer. But when it came to what are hard questions for Don, and they're awkward and uncomfortable, that's when he started acting weird. So hopefully in their analysis, they say something about that. I don't know. I don't know how it involved. I don't know anything about the show. I don't know how involved.
And then I'm pretty sure Don didn't remember where he met Candice. Yeah, okay.
Would you want to remember that day?
Hell no. I'd have a supply of paper bags for her head. As she's a kite, waking up next to that, I'd chew my arm off so I wouldn't wake her up.
God.
But the thing of it is, he's such a liar. I wish they'd put Candice on that damn show. I wish somebody would question. I wish she would. The only thing, she did the video with Chris, and that blew up in their faces. Because what I believe is that they did those videos with Chris because they thought people were going to go, the Candice video, those are just poor mountain folk. They don't have a lot of money. And Don and Candice, I bet were riding on that, and it didn't work. It blew up in their face.
Oh, it certainly did, because we got to see the dungeon. I put this comment up. Prissy Missy, 100,000% right. I'm tired of hearing from the man who wasn't there, supposedly. It's time for Candice to open that mouth. Yes, Candice, as a mother, as a woman, as Summer's mother, you have changed your story so many times. We talked about it on this show over and over. Two, officially. Once, when you called 911 dispatch, we've heard that tape. We're going to talk about it further next week. Then when you gave your interview to Ashley Daniels, that's when you talked about the flowers. Why Don does not go to his wife and say, why does your story keep changing? Why?
Well, what we need to do is start turning the heat up on Candice, like we do Don. Candice needs to, we need to expose a little bit of Candice, because her and Grandma supposedly were the only two adults there when Summer got kidnapped by the phantom abductor.
Yep, exactly. When Batman got there, they were the only ones there. So in case anybody didn't catch it, Don specifically asked for this interview. He specified who he wanted to talk to.
Of course he did.
Yep. When the interview started, and I can't stream the interview, I'm going to show clips of it because I don't know if these people will like copyright strike us or not. I've heard yes, I've heard no. Anyway, we'll see part of it, and I've got a lot of clips. So just bear with me.
Why doesn't Don reach out to John Walsh?
He mentioned that on the show yesterday. It was funny. He did that. He mentioned on the show to those guys, you know, that John Walsh covered Summer. Didn't say anything bad about John Walsh. They even said to him, he'd be a good one to help. He's a good guy.
Yeah. And what did Don say about John Walsh?
Just, I know.
Yeah. Has he asked him yet? Not that I know of.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. So, I got to mark something off. Hang on.
Yeah. And you know what? In my opinion, he'd only ask John Walsh because he knows Summer can't be found.
Yeah.
You know, that's my opinion.
The interview started out, or whatever you want to call it, poured on. He instantly started talking about prison, a parole officer that didn't like him, how he was unfairly fired. Then he goes into, you know, kind of skipping around a little bit, you know. I guess they thought they were giving him easy questions, that he met Candice in Arkansas. Didn't seem to really recall that day fondly. That they moved to Tennessee because his mom had MRSA.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the guards didn't even like me in prison.
Oh, the parole officer didn't like me. Well, why didn't he like you? I mean, you're parole
Or the other one, Don said, I don't want my kids to see me in the back of a cop car again. Again? Wow. That is about the stupidest comment. I don't want my kids to see me in the cop car again. Well, they won't, Don. Trust me. They won't see it when you get arrested.
Yep.
Because the boys won't be there and Summer ain't there.
Nope. I just thought it was odd that you would move to Tennessee from Arkansas because your mom had MRSA, but she did pass away and then she left them the house. I thought what really, well, all of it irritated me, not gonna lie. But when they were talking about the boys, he took no accountability. I mean, he did say, well, I did some dumb stuff and I did some dumb stuff, you know, he has no accountability. But he said it got dangerous around their house because of the psychics and because of YouTube. What? We know why those kids are gone.
And he's the only one that stirred up YouTube with his damn circus. He's throwing YouTube under the bus now.
He's the one that's been on YouTube. He was on YouTube yesterday.
Yeah, but he's throwing everybody that's trying to keep his daughter's name alive and fresh, he throws all those people under the bus.
Uh-huh.
I wish he'd throw himself and Candice and Grandma under the bus
If he was
and then
smart,
run them over.
if he was smart, he would be more transparent about Grandis and Candice. The whole video seemed to me like he's protecting Candice.
What I didn't watch it. Did he comment anything on about Grandis?
Yeah, towards the end. We'll get to that.
Okay.
So I'm just going to play one clip real quick. It's just a voice clip, so there won't be anything on the screen.
Do you have your kids back? I know you went through some trouble with that.
Well, it got real dangerous at our house because I'm not using that for an excuse, but it did. It got real dangerous because everything was happening on YouTube and the psychics wanting to come on our property. Yeah. And we was telling them, no, you cannot come on our property.
How they contacted me?
Through Facebook and stuff like that, whatever, and other people. And it's just, the whole YouTube Facebook thing was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And, people were trying all different kind of things, and then I found out, they were making all kinds of fake accounts and contacting people in Utah, and they were saying stuff back and forth. Probably a lot of stuff wasn't exactly true, or just making this whole thing keep going and going and going. So it got pretty bad and scary for a long time.
That's tough. It's a lot of people you don't know showing up. It's dangerous, actually.
Yeah, it was dangerous, and I didn't.
That's not why the boys are gone.
And he said it was getting dangerous at my house, but I don't want to use that as an excuse.
Uh-huh. Well, then what's the excuse? Psychics and YouTube.
Yeah. And you know what? If you really just sit and listen to him, he sounds so damn fake.
He is. He is.
That guy. Wow.
Have you noticed that he changes his demeanor, his character, if he had any, with every interview he does? If he's talking to like the local press, he's trying to be like a normal human being. I mean, kind of like these guys yesterday. When he's on other channels, and we know who we're talking about, he's just a hot mess. Talk about how his daughter's been raped, sitting on the toilet. That's the real Don. This is not the real Don.
Not at all. I thought it looked, and he sounds so damn fake. It's always, I don't remember, I forgot, or he'll just ignore the question and try to gaslight his way around everything. Mm-hmm. It's so obvious. Once you know what a narcissistic man he is and what a liar, when you just sit down and really pay attention and watch him, he's pathetic. I mean, he's so fake.
He is fake, and nobody loses their kids to CPS because psychics are trying to come to your house. That is such a line of bullshit. Then he carries on to say, it was just such a mess on Facebook, such a mess on YouTube. There were so many fake accounts. No, Don, that was you. That was you.
With the psychics, you would think he would say, well, I don't agree with psychics, but hell, if they can find my daughter, I'm cool with that. No, he just throws them under the bus. Anybody that's trying to find his daughter, he just basically throws them under the bus. I'd be like, whatever, get as many psychics as you can out here and find my daughter. If they can find her, great. I'll take all the help I can get from anybody. No, he throws everybody under the bus.
The reason it got dangerous is because of his drinking and his drugs, fighting with Candice, unsafe living conditions. It was not because of YouTube or psychics.
Right? Why didn't he say that? I'm a shitty ass parent.
Yeah.
You know, I fucked up. I lost my kids because I was acting like a loser. That's the real truth. That's the real truth. Oh no, we have to throw everybody under the bus that wants to help look for Summer. I wouldn't give a damn who's looking. If they found her, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. So then he goes on to say that around the area there's lots of drugs, moonshine, meth. He said they're the Bloods and the Crips of the hillbillies. Now, we're going to get to that later, but the sheriff is paying more and more attention to the shit Don says, and he actually called him out last night. You're right, Crime Stories Obsessed. They don't want her found. So then he's asked if anyone was around before Summer was missing, and he said he doesn't know these people, and he's always gone. So how do you know about the Bloods and the Crips of the hillbillies? How do you know it's a drug thing? How do you know about all of this activity when you don't know anybody and you're always gone?
You know, he only knows people when it's convenient for him to use them.
Thank you. Exactly.
That's the only time when it's convenient for Don. The Bloods and the Crips.
Bloods and the Crips of the hillbillies.
Well, Candice tries to act like a hillbilly gangster in her red hoodie.
And that red hoodie is your favorite.
Oh, God, I can't stand that. You look at that. I mean, every time I see a red hoodie, I think of Candice. I've been watching this too long, man.
Do you have any red hoodies at home, Kevin?
No, I do not. I have orange ones. I have green, black. I honestly do not have a red hoodie, and I never will buy one ever again, probably.
What would you do if your wife got you a red hoodie for Christmas?
Send it to Candice.
Okay. So Candice would get Christmas too.
Yeah. But it's just, I started watching that and I just got so discouraged because it's the same old Don. I didn't see anything different. He's still doing the same damn thing. And like I said, he only makes appearances where he knows he's safe and it's convenient for him to use. So
Prissy has a name for a new reality show. It's called Straight Outta Hawkins. Man, if I could go Straight Outta Hawkins to Straight Outta Compton, man, if anyone can help me with that, let's do it. Prissy, you're on a roll today. This is awesome.
That's a good one. Straight Outta Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
So then he, starts getting his religion out, talking about Seventh-day Adventists. He talks about Robin and David. The interviewers seem to want to know a lot about David Dotson, which is really Don's out there because then he can run with that. He loves to blame Chris McDonough and his stepsisters, but you could kind of see where his eyebrows raised when they were really talking about David Dotson. That might be his new one. He might start blaming him.
Yeah, that goes to show you that the behavior panel doesn't know what they're talking about because David Dotson has been cleared by TBI and the FBI. I'm almost 100% sure of that. Even Chris McDonough made a statement. I'm sure TBI and the FBI has shook Dobbs upside down and sideways. But Don, he'll use anything. If somebody, he'll just grab onto that and run with it.
Oh, exactly.
Now he'll be saying what? Now he'll be saying that David Dotson did it. Mm-hmm. or or Jackie Dobbs, or I'm sorry, I got mixed up between Jackie Dobbs and David Dotson. Jackie Dobbs is the one that Chris said was shook upside down and sideways.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Mr. Flute Man, but I don't think he took Summer.
No, he met someone and moved away. So I'm going to play a clip real quick. Hey, guys, thanks for the super chats. That means a ton to us. Hang on 1 second.
They vanished, Robin and stuff would invite him to go do this and that.
Who's Robin?
She's the one that would hold Summer in church all the time.
Okay.
So there's always going and doing things with the church whenever possible.
Yeah, other people from the church come over and help.
Yeah, David's been over a few times, our pastor, and David Dotson's been over a couple times.
Does Dave ever babysit or anything?
No. No, nothing like that. No. Well, we let him take the boys to the putt-putt golf course when all this first happened.
Yeah.
Just to try to help us out. So.
How long have you known him?
Well, he come from another church, and he just kind of popped in and got to know Summer a little bit before she got gone, and. But then he met some girl at some Baptist church and started going, I guess, to church with them.
So he would come over and hang out with her and play with her and stuff?
Well, no, not until after she disappeared.
Oh, so she didn't know him very well before that?
Well, she met him a few times. Summer did, and Candice did. And they got to know Robin and everything.
But mostly at church?
Yeah.
Was there a daycare thing at church?
No, no, not a daycare. No. When we got started getting involved in the Seventh-day Adventist,
Got gone. I hate when he says that about Summer before she got gone.
Yeah, you know what I see? The behavior panel will probably put the flute player on next.
That I would watch. Okay,
Yeah,
I would
no
watch
doubt.
that.
So would I. But you can tell they're trying to insinuate that. Are you sure about this guy? Did he? Next thing you know, they'll have him. This is all for views, and these people don't know Don Wells like most of the true crime creators know him.
No. I would love to have Goofy David. What would you do if David came on the channel, Kevin, and he wanted to play his flute for you?
I'd let him.
Okay.
Yeah. But maybe we ought to get a hold of him. But I agree, it's strange. I mean, you got a mortician with, jailhouse tattoos that plays the flute every night. I wonder if he's still playing that flute every night for Summer.
That's what he said. Like
I
Holly
doubt it.
said, I would be like, hey, David, did you cremate Summer? Because you got gone as soon as Summer got gone.
Yeah, I would imagine that he's not playing his flute still for Summer. In my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But, just the behavioral panel, by doing that, now they're taking the focus off of Don and they're putting it on the flute player, and now Don is looking innocent. It's bullshit.
Don does not look innocent. But what I'm tired of
No, not in my eyes.
But what I'm tired of is the focus being off of Candice. I'm so tired of that. Candice is the one with the history of child abuse. Candice is the one that has changed her story so many times. Candice is the one that was with her all day long. All day long. Why is Candice being protected? Why? Hey, 20-something, thank you very much.
Why? Well, there's, in my mind, one of the reasons she's being protective is because Don is a narcissist and he wants to control the shit show. But I think it's time we start asking for Candice to speak up too. I think it's time to turn the heat up on Mrs. Candice. You know, it's time that she is exposed and gets involved in this too. It's, you know, she took some heat for the video, but she hasn't taken the heat like Don has. I think it's
No.
time that she starts getting the heat.
Yep. So it goes on to, and I think so too, because this whole thing about no one bringing Candice up, Candice is the most obvious. Laundry, ironing sheets, took a walk. 10 minutes later, she's gone. Planting flowers. Nah. So then he talks about the guy he fired. But my thing is, no one is going to kidnap Summer because they lost their job. And he goes on and on and on and on about that.
Well, what about the biker stealing her? Didn't you say that?
Yeah, but that was in text messages or Facebook messages we read yesterday. On the show yesterday, he was talking about the guy he fired. So I've got a clip to play you that. Hang on.
And I went to lunch. When I come back, and I told him to leave. Get off the job. Don't want to work with you one more second. And he didn't like that too well. And then he called my boss with that, what I was telling you, what he was saying and stuff, and called him probably 100 times. Tried everything in the world to get me fired. Told him all kinds of things. When I told Jesse, told my boss, I said, see, that's how it is every day.
Yeah. So, how many times had he seen Summer before?
A few times, and my wife was concerned about the way he was looking at her. She had red flags about that.
What did she say?
She said that he was just kind of looking her up and down, like, you know, it just being bothered her. Yeah. And I went to lunch.
Always poured on, and Candice noticed the guy that he fired was looking Summer up and down. Come on.
Or no, or this is even better. And stuff. What stuff, Don? And stuff. You know, calling my employer this and that, and stuff. And stuff. What stuff? That's just how Don dodges around questions and stuff. So he put that question to bed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's like, and stuff. And then he'll go to the next subject really quick. It's so obvious that this guy is a liar. You know, now, you know, it's the guy, the co-worker. It happened at the dog trail. Yeah. None of his shit adds up. None of it.
In this interview with the behavior panel, if I missed something, you guys let me know. He blamed Chris McDonough, his stepsisters, Hunter and Allie, the meth heads, the Blood and Crip hillbillies. He kind of caught on to the David Dotson thing, but didn't run with it. I was surprised.
The guy in the red truck.
Who didn't mention that too much? Grandis's ex-lover, who is now in a nursing home. Yeah.
Yeah, which one do you want to believe?
Uh-huh.
Which store? What chapter in this shit show do you want to believe?
Well, I mean, every time he talks, he's got a different idea of who would have abducted Summer. The question is, why would anyone abduct Summer? The only people that had a reason to make her get gone are Don and Candice.
Yeah. Oh, no, you forgot one. Hunter took her on his bike.
Yeah. Could you see Hunter? They live quite a ways away, getting on that Huffy bike and going up that driveway.
Or the bikers. You wouldn't have heard the Harleys.
Yeah. We heard about the bikers.
The tree trimmers.
We heard about the bikers yesterday. Yep. So it was kind of weird, like haphazardly. I don't know if you caught this, Kevin, but he mentions that he called Candice during the day saying he was going to go home, but she said she was getting her mom's script. Now, what would that matter? Why would he not go home? He's got a key to his own house. The boys were there. He doesn't have to be there when she's there. I just thought that was an odd thing to say.
Right. If I was married to her, I wouldn't want to go home either.
I don't know. I don't know what her getting a prescription has to do with him going home or not.
It's just all bullshit.
It is. You can't believe anything they say. Somewhere in there is the truth. Todd, you're right. This whole stunt is about getting credibility back, just like the other interview he did last night. And we'll get to that in a minute. He did blame the boys because they leave the basement door unlocked quite a bit.
I told them boys 1,000,000 times, keep your eye on Summer.
Mm-hmm.
No, Don, it's your and Candice's job. You're the parents. You watch your own. You're not going to be able to watch kids anymore anyway now, dumbass. And Candice, you need to start talking.
Okay, so let's say your grandkids are staying overnight. They're spending the night. Are they responsible for locking up the house?
Yeah.
No.
No one in, no one out.
No, my kids were never responsible for locking up the house. That's Dawn's.
It's the parents' job to raise the damn kids and watch them. Not everybody else in the world. It's their job. And they failed. They're lousy. Candice, you have neglected every kid that's come out of your womb.
Yep.
6 of them, Candice. 6. 2 minutes too late for one of them, in my opinion.
So then he goes on. He's talking about Hunter and Allie again because he's always got a hard on for them. He goes, I don't know why they flipped on Candice and they won't talk to me. Does he not know? Does he not know? The TBI told them not to talk to them. It was talked about in the Chris McDonough interview, live from the front porch drinking Mountain Dew out of coffee cups. They said the TBI told them not to talk to them. So obviously, who's the prime suspect? The people the TBI said, don't talk to them. But he's like, I don't know why they flipped on us. Who wants to be friends with someone who could be responsible for their child's disappearance? The TBI said not to talk to them. The TBI also, it just came out recently, told Candice not to talk to them and to get out of there.
Yeah, Candice, she's another one. She hightailed her ass out of there, didn't she?
The TBI told her to. It came out. Oh, real quick, Eric. TBI is Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. All right, so I'm going to play a clip real quick and see what you all think. Hang on one second. This one's actually going to be on the screen. That's why I said I'm just going to do a little bit of it.
Like some more hard questions, Rick. Did you have anything at all to do with your daughter's disappearance? Did you have anything to do with some?
I'm going to play that again. He said, did you have anything to do with Summer's disappearance? He's like, what? Say that again.
Sir. Did you have anything to do with Summer's disappearance?
No, sir.
Do you have any idea where she might be?
I wish to God I did. If I did, we'd go get her. I'd call TBI or whatever and say, look, I did this, I did that, I messed up. Can we please go get her now? I would have done that a long time. I would have done that day one.
Do you have any
point in lying.
Do you have any reason to believe your wife knows anything?
No. I don't think so at all. She's too tore up.
Do you think she'd tell you?
Oh yeah, she's tore up, all right.
If she been in a state where you could ask her that, and she may not remember if you were.
I've asked her many times, what about this? What about that?
What about what?
You know, like what about her mother? You know, and then this or that. And what about this person? Her mother's ex lover, some woman. I asked her that the other night, and she says she's already in an old folks home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no, she loved her daughter. There's no way. There's no way.
There's no way. There's no way. She loved her daughter. There's no way.
You know what was even better? How's Candice doing? She's really tore up. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Tore up from the floor.
What a freaking joke. Yeah, Candice, you look like you're tore up over your daughter. You ain't even handed out a fucking flyer yet.
Tore up from the floor up.
Yeah, right.
I even asked Candice about her mom's ex-lover, but she's in a nursing home. Come on, Don. Come on. She loved her daughter. She loved her daughter. She loved
See what
her.
I mean? It looks so fake.
They are fake. My God. And I couldn't believe it when he said, did you have anything to do with Summer's disappearance? What? He heard that question loud and clear.
You know what it was? He had to think about it for a second. You know, by him going, what? He got a couple more seconds to think about his damn answer.
Yeah. He had to give himself time to correct himself.
Yep. He sure did. Oh, Donnie boy.
Oh, boy.
And Candice, because I know Don watches this. Candice, it's time that you start talking. Okay? If you had nothing to do with your daughter's disappearance, why aren't you saying so? It's time you start talking there, Mandis.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to play a clip real quick. This is where he's talking about abduction. Now, this is just going to be a voice clip. It won't be on the screen.
Yeah. And so I'm out of it now, but for 3 months, that's all they did. So we didn't get no sleep the first 2 nights at all, and stayed up all night on Facebook. We don't know who we were talking to.
Yeah.
Could have been the police, could have been the kidnappers, could have been who knows who.
So you feel like she's been kidnapped, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
By who? Don't know.
Why do you feel like it's for sure? Why do you feel like it's
because she would never leave her property. She would not even leave around the house because there was times when she was younger that she would just take off running. You know, at the church, especially. It's like summer, you can't do that. There's bad guys and stuff like that. And
so have you talked to her about how to talk about those situations? You know, does she understand stranger danger and those types of things?
Yes. I think we got her pretty well under control as far as that goes, you know, especially around the house, because it's like summer, there's bears, there's bad people, there's wildcats, there's wild dogs, and we just keep going to the list. And so she would never go far. Yeah. And even when her brothers, we taught her brothers to, if you're going to go down to the creek, you have to be together at all times. And we bought them each a pocket knife. Mm-hmm. And so they might go down the creek as long as we knew where they were. But she might go like halfway down the hill to watch them, but she wouldn't go all the way with them. Yeah.
Really?
Really? Wildcats, wild dogs.
We gave our boys pocket knives because it's so fucking dangerous where we live that you might have to stab a wild animal to death if it attacks you. That's a responsible parent. Here, buddy, here's a knife. Go down there and fight the critters.
Bad people out in the woods. What is this? The hills have eyes? Bad people in the woods.
This one. He just said, sometimes Summer ran around the church. Sometimes, every time I seen her, she did. And the other thing is, run around the church, and we told her about bad people. So Don is saying that the kidnapper possibly could have been in church too, because we told Summer not to run around in church because of bad people. I think Summer ran around church because, well, we've seen how good Candice watches her kids in church, you know,
When she was sleeping? When she was sleeping?
Yeah.
She was
And
having
Don just sitting there not paying a damn. You know, Summer ran around church because, well, number one, maybe she was active and she probably wanted to get away from her mom sleeping. She probably was embarrassed.
Yep,
You
she
know,
had to have her a little nappy nap during church.
Yeah. Yeah, Candice, you really look like you're tore up, and it's just bullshit, the whole thing. They are not. If they were so tore up about Summer, what I would be publicly showing people that I'm cleaning my house. I want my kids back. We miss them. We love them. You don't hear none of that shit.
No, I guess he did clean up the yard. We'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Kevin, you're gonna be really impressed.
Yeah, they need to clean their house.
Gonna be really impressed, Kevin. Gonna be real impressed.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to play another clip. Now, this one will be on the screen, okay? When they ask about Candice, just watch Dawn's expression.
Well, is there anything else you want to clear up during this? Before we
At all.
Yeah, anything at all.
I can think of.
Yeah.
So as we go through this, we can say, do you know where Summer is? Do you know where Summer is?
Oh, no. I wish
Do you
I
have
did.
any earth idea what happened to her?
No. I wish I did.
Do you think Candice had anything to do with it?
No.
And what about this? And you think what might have happened to her was what?
She was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Who in your life would you, if I ask you who in your life might have done it, what would you say?
I'm thinking one of the meth heads down the road that come in there filtering in at certain points in time looking for it. I don't know. I don't know if my stepsisters in McDonough could have possibly caused something like this, because that's another theory I have.
Mm-hmm.
Back to my stepsisters, they said they never knew that we had a daughter. And when they found out that she was gone, they all of a sudden freaked out and like, oh, we know what happened, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they called TBI the very next day, and they put all the focus on me. TBI was asking me about all this crazy stuff. And
You have to do that. For sure.
yeah. So they took the focus off the real perpetrators right there. And and the way everything played out on YouTube and the whole 9 yards with Chris McDonough, knowing they're full well lying. You can't believe that stuff. I know Chris McDonough don't believe it, but he played.
Chris McDonough does believe it because you admitted it.
Did you catch Don when he was shaking his head up and down? Like that was body language to the behavioral panel of agree with me. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
If you go back,
shaking his head,
Shake-
shaking his head.
up
Then they
and down, like agree with me. You know, that was a huge red flag.
Especially
I'm telling
when
you.
asked him about Candice, he didn't even finish the question. No. Why are you protecting Candice, dude? If you had an alibi all day, why are you protecting Candice?
Right.
Why doesn't he address all of her different stories? And meth heads aren't real, trying to think of the word without, they're not real ambitious. They have no reason to go get Summer and do what with her?
Yeah. Well, or Don said, we weren't sleeping. Well, hell no, you weren't. You were up all night drinking and partying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and meth keeps you up all night. So I just seen when he shook his head like that, that was a huge red flag. like he was trying to tell the behavioral panel to agree with me. Like, yep. Yeah,
No,
I
he was
noticed that right away.
No, he was shaking his head. Yes, yes.
Yep,
He
that's
he
exactly
knows.
what he was doing.
He knows what's going on.
Yep.
Just that's what I'm guessing. I mean, I'm assuming. I'm not a
Uh,
behavior expert.
he knows exactly what happened to Summer and where she is, and so does Candice and Granny.
I do want to know more about why Candice was told by the TBI to stay away and not communicate with them.
Was she really told that? Who said that?
Well, I don't want to call anyone out, but that's what I've been reading. But I want to know a lot more about that. All right.
Yeah, me too.
So how do you think the interview went, Kevin? Do you think that he changed what people think of him with this? Because he didn't change my mind on anything.
Didn't change mine. And here's the thing. Out of all the people that watched the behavioral panel, I'm talking about their regulars. I assume there's way more of them than there are the true crime community creators, right? I would say they outnumber us. So those people, they don't know the whole backstory of Don Wells at all, but the people that have been following this for months, we know the real skinny about it. And of course, there's going to be more people that think he's telling the truth than there is, because the majority of the people that watch that show aren't in the true crime community every day of the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
like we were talking about earlier, most of the people that follow their channel, they're following the guys and their behavioral analysis. They don't follow the cases. There was a lot of people I noticed in comments that don't know anything about Summer.
exactly. They're like, well, who's Summer? They have no idea the shit show circus that him and Candice have put on.
What was very sad to me is Summer wasn't really mentioned too often in that video.
Of course not. You would think a parent of a child that had been kidnapped, it would be hard to even say her name. I'd be in tears. I mean, I see no emotion whatsoever. And from the very get-go, talking in past tense, from the very first interview. Don knows damn good and well where Summer is, and in my opinion, he knows they can't find her. So it's going to be interesting to see, though, because I didn't watch any of this new thing about. So Ronnie Lawson, what exactly has happened?
We're going to get to that next.
Okay, good.
I'm looking at some chat. Cat O says, I think he fell. Yeah, they could have fallen into the rabbit hole.
Maybe so. Are they going to have him on again? Or are they going to reach out to the damn flute player?
Hopefully they get the flute player on there. Gwen, you're right. What he does on YouTube, they're going to look at it, but it really has no importance to the case. None. Him sitting on the toilet, him talking about his daughter. Yeah, you're right. Frustrating. Good morning, TJ.
Yeah, I'd like to see Don try to sue somebody for defamation of a character. He's the one that's exposed all the shit, How can you call a piece of? How can you get in trouble for calling a piece of shit a piece of shit?
Well, it's just our opinion.
Exactly. That's all it is. Some are facts, a lot aren't. It's opinions. It's my opinion only. You know. So.
All right, I'm going to put this video up. It doesn't have much sound, but he put a video on his Facebook yesterday of the property. I don't know if it's the show.
Okay.
He cleaned it up, but I want to know who the little girl is on Summer Swing. I don't want her name. I'm just figuratively speaking, who lets their child around Dawn and Candice? So here we go.
Oh, look, Brian Laundrie's in the shed.
This video is bizarre. And if it's
What
such
the
a
hell?
danger, if it's so dangerous and there's all those meth heads and everything, why on earth would you let your kid around there? And I
Why
wouldn't
in the
yeah, watch this.
Why in the hell is he even showing the shed? Brian Laundrie probably come running out of it.
That's eerie watching that child play on Summer Swing. I don't like that at all. Nothing against this child.
When was that posted?
Yesterday.
Yeah, well, who the hell is that kid? Maybe it's that girl from his friend on Facebook.
I don't know.
I'm just being sarcastic. Why is he this is stupid.
I don't know what he's trying to show.
Doesn't look like an abductor would come up that way to me. That's so, you know what? That is so wide open. Actually. What the hell is this video?
I don't know, but it gives me the creeps.
It's stupid.
Letting another child play on Summer Swing. I mean, you know, I'd be like, no, that's Summers. Don't touch it.
What's he trying to say? The abductor walked up right there? I don't think so. That's wide open.
Mm-hmm.
This is...
Well, hell, he could have gone up the telephone line. We don't know. Like I said, it has to be something like Mission Impossible.
What's that noise? Is that a dog barking? What is that?
Sounds like a dog barking.
Yeah. The dogs don't bark, remember? They love everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
They weren't there that day either. Remember, Kevin?
Right, Don knows that because he was at work and he has ESP. He knows his dogs weren't there.
Yeah, the dogs were all in Hawaii, right? They all took vacation. Yeah, Kat, you're right. It's like he's trying to attempt some kind of recreation. Notice how he's creeping around and he's got that child on the swing.
I don't understand that video whatsoever.
Well, we don't understand Dawn, do we?
That's a damn fact. I ain't never seen nobody like him, and I'm 62 damn years old.
No, like Savage, you're right. You go paragliding off the side of the mountain. Phoenix says that's what he's saying. He's trying to show around the property ways to get, Summer, and has that little girl out on the swing.
Well, didn't Don say that he believes Summer was taken at the end of the dog trail? So why is he showing the fucking front yard? I didn't see the clip yet of what did. So Don was interviewed again about the dog trail by the TV station. Do you know? Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I was talking and my mic was muted. I had genius things to say too. I hate when I do that.
I wanted to ask you, what did the news station talk to Don again about the dog trail?
Yep, we're getting ready to put it on right now. Hold your horses, my friend. You're
So
going to have a stroke.
Yeah, so why is he showing the front yard, but yet he thinks it's the dog trail? This guy.
Hang on one second. If you rewatch the video, I'm with you, Marlena. By the way, welcome to the channel. Did you guys see a dude standing by the tree next to the shed, or is it just me? I thought I saw someone there too. What is he trying to perpetuate? What is he trying to put out there? How it would be easy to abduct her? Or that she was on the swing and someone snuck up and got her? Because there's no sound to it. He's not narrating anything. It's just Don's vantage point. Hey, Susan Doll, the video is from his Facebook, and yes, it's public. He put that in.
Yes.
All right, let's
I
watch.
I was waiting for Brian Laundrie to jump out of the shed.
I'm surprised he hasn't accused Brian Laundrie of having summer yet.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's take a minute to welcome our new subs and members. Well, everyone's a member, everyone's a sub, but we have some new people in here.
Oh, wow. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Glad you're here. Thank you so much.
Oh, hang on. Good point, Mary Thompson. Too dangerous for his own boys to live there, according to Don, but not too dangerous for this girl to visit. Exactly. Right. Not to mention the Crips and Blood hillbillies, not to mention all the meth heads that hang around here, but I don't know no one because I'm always gone. Come on.
If it wasn't for the Teresa being dead, he'd probably throw her under the bus too.
Yep. All right, so let's get to this clip. I believe this is a station out of Knoxville, Tennessee. He's trying to show everyone the dog trail. What's up, Kevin?
So it's not WJHL or whatever?
No, he's making the rounds. We've been saying for weeks. Don, why don't you talk to the local media? They'll talk to you anytime. Well, he's doing it now. So hang on.
But he doesn't go to the local media.
It is the local media. That's in Knoxville.
Oh, okay. I don't know how far that is.
And then WJHL, that's in his, well, I mean, it's local, the most local to him that I can think of.
That's what I mean. I wonder why he didn't go to WJHL.
Well, probably because they talked to him on Tuesday and they didn't, I don't know. But he found someone else and he actually brought him to the house.
That's my whole point.
No, Prissy's saying Knoxville isn't local at all. I just meant in the vicinity. It's not like he had CNN out there. Sorry, I need to.
Yeah, see what Don did? He's safe again. He's freaking going to a news station that isn't local. You know, that I'm just saying this is how Don Wells works.
I see what you're saying now. I'm sorry. I totally understand what you're saying. You're right. He's finding new blood. He's finding new people to talk to.
Yep.
Backwoods Bama girl. I can see all your comments. Glad you're here.
Yeah, so if he catches flack over this one, that'll probably be the end of that news station that he'll talk to.
Well, let's see. We're going to watch it right now. Oh, God.
County Sheriff is talking about details in the
That was
summer
my
wedding.
favorite song.
He hasn't done it yet until now. Her father is also showing us a path he claims, a little used path, he claims a kidnapper used to abduct his daughter and then disappear without a trace.
Our Erica Lunsford walked that trail with Don Wells and sat face to face with Sheriff Ronnie Lawson in a WBLT exclusive interview.
Now 114 days after the little girl was reported missing. Erica, you've learned a lot. Tell us more.
That's right. Summer's father tells me he believes the trouble started at the basement door, a door he says her brothers often left unlocked and wide open.
And we'd get on them a lot.
Did you catch that?
I got one question for old Donnie boy. You're on a news station. Why didn't you plead for your daughter to the kidnappers? He just reached out to another, and as far as I know, he didn't do a plea with this station and beg the kidnapper for his daughter. What does he do? He shows the dog trail. Where's Candice?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay.
He's already saying. I mean, the news anchor just said it's a door that his children left unlocked. I'm so sick of them talking about the boys not locking the door.
Right.
When it's nighttime, parents are responsible for the security of the home. Ridiculous.
Well, I guarantee you, if that was my house, which would never happen, but if I lived there and I had that door back there like that, there ain't no way in hell that my kids would be able to even open it. You know what I mean? Because that's a dangerous situation. It is. I'm not trying to say that the normal parent, I would think, would make sure that door with a 5-year-old running around would be, and Candice did say no one in, no one out. But that scenario would have never happened in my world.
We don't live in their world, buddy.
Oh, I sure don't. I never will.
What is that by the door? What is that? Is that a mattress? Can you see that, Kevin?
Oh, let me look. Yeah, that's what that is. Ugh. Yeah, that looks a mattress with a sheet on it.
God damn.
That's really flipping gross. I mean, serious. That's probably Summer's mattress from the dungeon. And if it is, man, I don't know, that's gonna haunt me. Because that's gross. I mean, that is, ugh. What's all the brown spots? Looks like somebody shit on it. On the bed. Somebody shit the bed.
That's some nasty sweat stains on that mattress. My God.
God, that is absolutely disgusting.
Looks like pee on it and everything.
Man, evident that mattress had to have been in there, because why would they take a mattress out of the junk pile and put it next to their house or out of the shed and carry it down there? That came out that back door. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, and he propped it up there and didn't even realize he had company over.
That is gross. Boy, he's going to regret that one.
Yep. Well, we got
Ooh.
it.
Yeah.
So you can't do that, but it just, we'd always find it open a lot of times and stuff. So we tried to control that, but to know, they couldn't control it 100% of the time.
Don Wells tells me Summer was last seen going to the basement to play with her toys. Her 3 older brothers upstairs, her mother and grandmother in the yard facing away from the basement door, and Don Wells at work.
We don't know if someone was waiting in the basement or...
No. Facing away from the basement door that the brothers always left unlocked. they would have noticed someone on their property coming out of that door with Summer. This is so ridiculous what they keep trying to spin. Ridiculous.
Or if she come outside here and went to the swing, all we know is she went down the basement.
Wells says he believes someone was lurking at the top of the dog trail, just feet away from the basement door. He says the predator somehow managed to snatch Summer, then raced down the steep hill as she struggled.
I guess you guys want to walk around through here?
No, Don, that mattress
The
gives me
trail was
chills.
not an easy walk. To get down the rugged hill, Wells and I had to hold on to trees. I
Yeah,
struggled
look.
not to trip or
Oh.
Listen to what that woman says. She says, I had to hang on to trees to get down it.
Right. So you're going
But
to carry a
has no
screaming
problem.
5. Yeah. So you're an abductor. You're going to carry a screaming 5-year-old down a damn slippery slope, and it's only feet away from the door. It's quite a distance from the back door. It's not just like as close as Grandma's camper.
Mhm.
This is total bullshit.
He didn't even know there was a dog trail there. But now he really wants us to believe that some lone abductor, that could be a meth head, a Bloods and Crips hillbilly, Chris McDonough, his stepsisters, Hunter, Allie, True, Grandma's ex-lover that's in the nursing home. Who else do we have? Could have been at the end of that dog trail, waited for them to get home with 100 barking dogs, get up there and get Summer. Come on.
even fall on tree roots.
I need to slide a little bit.
So the dogs kind of came down this trail here.
Yeah.
It's pretty steep.
Yeah. I didn't know the dogs even had a trail down through here until the police dogs followed it all the way to the road.
Will says he overheard authorities say search dogs followed Summer's scent down the trail to the road before losing it. He painted a vivid picture of a kidnapping, telling me a neighbor likely heard Summer scream.
I think whoever grabbed her probably had her mouth covered, and I think she was gasping for air by the time she got down through here somewhere because our neighbor heard a scream.
He said like a month and a half ago, supposedly a neighbor heard her scream, but that was bullshit. But now he's saying she was gasping for air and a neighbor heard her scream. Did you catch that, Kevin? Oh, we lost Kevin. He forgot to mention one person himself. You're right, Marlena. How did he not know of the trail when he said in an interview that he used that trail as a kid? I want to know that too. Did you catch that, Kevin? Welcome back.
Yeah, what got me was Don's saying the dog trail Summer sent. No, it was the driveway. Dave Rader even said it.
Yep.
They lost Summers at the driveway, Don. You know damn good and well that that's what it was. And, well, you know what? Did Hunter, was he there on his bicycle at the end of the dog trail? Was the Harley biker guy down there? This is such a joke. You know, and this isn't that close to the back door. Right? You got to go across the backyard to reach this. And then the party said, I didn't even know that the dog trail was here. Oh, bullshit, Don. You know exactly where that trail is. So do your boys. It's probably where the boys ran up and down it to play or go, whatever. Just a bunch of crap.
The neighbor supposedly heard the scream at 4:30. So that puts all the timelines out. Exactly. Renell, exactly right. Welcome to the channel, Renell. How would he know how would he know she was gasping for air? He did it.
Yeah.
He just gave himself away.
Yeah. Well, I bet she was gasping for air. I mean, he had to throw that into to try to make it sound. It's just, if you break all this down, it is such a cockamamie bullshit story.
We're not going to be done with this video for a while. We will be today, but we're going to talk about it again next week.
Are we going to talk?
Somewhere far away from here.
Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson has not publicly commented on specifics of the case until now. I asked Sheriff Lawson about Wells' claims. Did dogs follow Summer's scent down the trail to the main road? The sheriff says yes.
The dogs had a pretty good trail, a track for a little while, but then it disappeared. But they lost scent when they come to the road. And sometimes canines, they will lose the scent when it changes different type, whether it maybe went from the gravel to the pavement.
And
as much as I can't stand Sheriff Lawson, I used to like the guy, but that last interview before this one, when he was smirking and basically telling everyone just to quit talking about it, I'm glad he's calling Don out. I'm glad he's calling Don out. Because all we've been hearing is everyone say, oh, they're so corrupt. They're so corrupt. They're so corrupt. You know, and I've been waiting on Don to feed into that. I'm glad Sheriff Lawson's calling him out. It's about time.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I was just sitting here thinking, Don went to, this news station. Don just turned the heat up on himself. Because now, if he pisses off Ronnie Lawson, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Because now it's going to go, well, I say fast forward, but who knows? He's sitting there explaining basically what you just said about the dog's scent when it hits the pavement.
Yep. And you can bet Ronnie Lawson knows where Summer scent ended. I'm sure ECMA search. That's a big piece of evidence in a case like this.
Bedtime clown.
But Don's trying to sell the dog trail.
That's all he's got.
Donnie.
That's all he's got. That's the reason he did the Facebook video, like showing things around the property. He did this video. Yeah, bedtime clown. I agree with you. He lost scent at the road. Lost scent at road. Gravel to pavement confirms Don is lying about the trail. Yep, he's lying.
Yeah, bedtime clown. I love your theories and your comments. It makes a lot of times it makes me think. I mean, they're good ones for sure.
Yeah. Oh, he's got great comments.
Yep. He had a great one yesterday or the day before about Brian Laundrie and that maybe they brought his dad out there to negotiate with Brian. I mean, because we didn't know everything. But anyway, you know what I'm saying.
All right, let's get back to this.
And did a neighbor hear a scream?
Best I recall, it's been a couple months ago. I think it was unfounded.
Wells tells me the family home on Ben Hill Road.
Okay, so right there, Sheriff Lawson said he heard about the scream, but he said it was unfounded. Which, I mean, I get it. It's a scream. But whereas Don went from saying a couple months ago it was bullshit, now he's like, and the neighbor heard a scream. Even goes as far as to say she was gasping for air. Did you catch that, Kevin?
Yeah, I did. That's a great point. If her mouth is covered, and how could there be a scream if her mouth is covered?
Yeah.
So he just tripped up again. But sooner or later, I would think that Don is going to lose complete control of this. In my opinion, I think we're seeing Don and Candice I think we're seeing that it's getting a little bit hotter in their kitchen.
Oh yeah. Yep. Okay, hang on.
Yep.
Is surrounded by drug dealers and buyers.
You get all kinds, with the drug trade, and we've seen
There we go.
surrounding the meth thing. Where they parked our neighbors caught them parked at our road in our driveway in the middle of the night or early in the morning and stuff like that, and run them off, and they get mad and they raise Cain, and we've had quite a bit of problems.
But Sheriff Lawson tells me Wells lives on a quiet street.
I've heard rumors of, there is maybe a drug dealer on that road, but it's just like anywhere. Ben Hill Road is no different than any other roads in Hawkins, Sullivan, or any other county, as far as even Knox County. We all have drug problems, but no, that's not that problem. That's not correct either.
It's like a hot spot.
No, it's not.
So he's saying he's had all of these problems with these drug dealers, these meth heads, these Bloods and Crips hillbillies. He's had to run them off, and there's the sheriff saying, no. They live on a dead-end road. Why are the meth
we've
heads?
been saying that for months.
Yeah. Why are all the
We've
meth
been
heads
saying that
hanging out
same
in
thing.
Westwood?
Yeah, he's full of shit. I mean, look how many different people he's blamed. He said this, but yet he goes back to the dog trail. Then he goes over here. Then he goes over there, because the truth is the truth. It stands alone. This cannot stand alone, this theory, all these theories. There can only be one true fact.
Well, I mean, not to state the obvious without sounding obvious, but Sheriff Lawson is calling him a liar, and he looks pretty damn annoyed with this.
Yes, he does.
Looks pretty damn annoyed.
Maybe Ronnie Lawson finally has had enough of this bullshit. I hope.
Oh, he has. I mean, he hasn't said anything. He gave a little interview a few weeks ago, didn't have much to say, but now that, the Knoxville News wants to talk to him, he's basically saying Don's lying. Don is not running these people off his property. It's a quiet road. It's a dead-end road. The scream is unfounded, which that I don't even know, what that even has, whatever. He's explaining the dog trail. He's annoyed.
So an abductor is going to go down a road that's a dead end, turn around, get out of their vehicle, climb some not so easy trail, knows that Summer's in the basement, lures her over there, or goes up and snatches her, and then goes back down that damn, whatever you want to call it, gets in the car and takes off on a dead-end road. I don't think so.
Yeah. Knows that there's a dog trail there, knows that she's in the basement. Chris McDonough said that door automatically locks when you shut it.
Plus, the window's blacked out.
Yep.
You can't even see in it. So this, because at one point they even said the abductor could have seen Summer inside the basement. No, you can't. You can only see out. You can't see in that window. Chris McDonough said that.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So how many different scenarios has Don come up with when there should only be one, the truth?
Especially
he's a liar.
Especially when he shouldn't know anything, considering, according to him, he wasn't there all day. All right, let's see what he says.
Not a hot spot, and it's a dead-end road, so there's very little traffic.
Don Wells says he doesn't know why anyone would take it.
He said there's very little traffic, if any.
Right. So an abductor's going to use a dead end road. Yeah. Okay.
Hillbilly Tech says, all my life, Beach Creek has always had a bad reputation. You just don't go down there unless you know somebody. Oh, okay.
That's true for any holler.
Isn't shocked by the disappearance of a child.
There's a lot of missing children.
But Sheriff Lawson says children don't just go missing, especially in Hawkins County.
No, ma'am, we don't have any other missing children.
At Summers Hilton.
Yeah, we'll talk about this next week when he just said we don't have any missing children. Because, you know, Dawn keeps saying there's all these missing children and stuff. Well, if you look at the name Skyla Dykes, she was found by Hawkins County and TBI early in September. So why can they find her, but they can't find Summer?
And I also want to go back to the lady that just made that comment. I grew up in the hollers of West Virginia too. West Virginia, not Tennessee. But you don't go into a dead-end road with hollers without people noticing, okay? You don't. Those hills have eyes. That is the truth. Then people know exactly who comes in up and down them roads. A damn abductor is not going to drive into that holler area to a dead-end road and park, get out of their car, and go kidnap a kid and then come back. It ain't going to happen. Not a chance.
Do meth heads kidnap kids? Aren't they kind of busy during the day?
Dope dealers want money. They don't want a 5-year-old. Most, you know. Oh, that's right, though. Don's involved with the cartel.
Yeah, the cartel
Yeah,
doesn't want
right.
Summer either. No.
Yeah. Sorry, Don.
Top home. Wells showed me a refrigerator, he says. Summer played on.
Later on.
What?
And like I said, we're going to go through this video next week with a fine-tooth comb because I know I've kept you guys for an hour and a half. Who lets their kid play in that moldy refrigerator?
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't cut the show there. I mean, when you throw a refrigerator out, you're supposed to put something so no child can get in it. Who in the hell leaves a refrigerator in the front yard for the kids to play in and on it? I mean, what if she was in there and the door got, I mean, that's just something you don't do. But they have a refrigerator.
She could easily suffocate in it. Why is he beating the refrigerator? I'd like to know that too. When I was a little girl, true story, there was a little kid that was about 2 years old, crawled into one of those ice coolers that when they shut, they latch and suffocated in it. But you're letting her play in that?
Well, when you if you put them out, you got to secure them so the kids can't open them. But how about a teeter-totter, Dawn? How about a swing set? How about playground toys? A fucking refrigerator. Yep, I picked this up at the junkyard from my kids. You know, nobody I know leaves a damn refrigerator in their front yard for the kids to play with.
Uh-huh.
That's just absolutely stupid and asinine.
What about a baby doll? I don't know. What about a swing set? I mean, an abandoned
I just hope that damn mattress wasn't Summers.
Me too, because that mattress gives me the creeps.
Yeah, bad.
Too.
Yeah, but that mattress is 10 times worse than that damn refrigerator.
Oh, God.
In my opinion. I'll bet you that came out of that basement. I guarantee you. Why else would it be there by the door? Well, they're not going to carry a mattress from their junk pile and put it back by the door. That mattress came out of that door.
Yeah, that's why it's leaned up right there.
So let's see what Donnie Boy says about the mattress. Don, please tell us about that mattress. He will, because he watches all this shit.
Yep. So let's see what he says about the fridge.
Yeah, let's see what he says.
What in the world is that?
And we walked to Summer's swing. This is her favorite.
That's her favorite. Yeah, she liked to twirl.
Don Wells is pleading for his
Oh, my
daughter's
God.
return.
Whoever has her will have mercy, and please let her come home.
Sheriff Lawson says
He's got the same shirt
Right.
on that he had with the behavioral panel, and that's
Wait a
all-
minute.
That's all the pleading he
ju-
has. Is, I just hope whoever has her
Yeah.
has mercy.
He just had the best opportunity to plead for his daughter. Did he? Nope.
Nope.
Don, you didn't plead again. You're on the freaking news, but yet you still don't plead to the abductor. You know why? Because you'd have to plead to yourself. Creep.
Why in the
Tired of
hell?
that man.
Why in the hell does he have this woman out here from Knoxville News, which everyone said it's about 100 miles away, coming up there and saying she used to love to play in this refrigerator? He's pulling some crazy stuff.
And leaves that mattress there. Yeah. Evidently, he forgot that mattress was there. I bet he doesn't forget now.
Nope.
Because if that is a mattress with a sheet, that man is going to catch some heat from the true crime community and YouTubers over that one. Trust me. People are going to rip him apart about that.
investigators remain committed to finding Summer.
Everyone in Summer's case is still a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Don Wells tells me he didn't know the dog trail existed until after Summer disappeared.
Eric, you've talked to Summer.
Oh, there you go.
Not a part of this story.
What part? The part where...
Yeah, he didn't. No, he didn't know that the dog trail existed until Summer went missing. Bullshit. Huge red flag.
What about where Sheriff Lawson said everyone is still a suspect? That's including you,
Yep.
Don. That's including Candice.
Where was she when you were doing these interviews?
Candice Bly was at the home during the interview, but she didn't want to talk and she stayed inside.
What about this, Erica? Does the sheriff still believe that the public can help find Summer?
Sheriff Lawson says he wants people in the Beach Creek area to keep looking for signs of Summer, especially pieces of clothing that could still turn up in fields. Investigators also need help finding that red Tacoma truck seen in the area near the time of Summer's disappearance. It has a ladder rack and white buckets in the bed.
Still haven't found that. All right. Erica, thank you.
Okay, Candice was inside, didn't want to talk. Why would you not want to talk, Candice? Because you have a lot of answers about that day. Candice is the one that when on the dispatch call, they said the mother reported she went for a run. She came back 10 minutes later and her daughter was gone. Then when she talked to Ashley Daniels, she said she was planting flowers, took Summer by the hand, walked her to the porch. 2 minutes later, she was gone. Now, Candice is sitting inside while Dawn is yet again deflecting and doesn't want to talk. Doesn't want to talk. No, she's too busy.
Something I just picked up out of that, what Ronnie Lawson said, look for pieces of clothing. That tells me, that bothers me because number one, that means stuff of Summers or what is scattered. Number two, that definitely tells me that Ronnie Lawson does not believe Summer is alive.
Oh, absolutely not. No. They called off the searches.
So, Donnie boy, they don't believe your abduction theory, buddy. Candice, you need to talk. They don't believe you either. Grandma, your ass will be dragged back if they. You'll see. Yeah, I didn't like that. That to me, I felt kind of disturbed about when he said that pieces of clothing. That's just really sad. But it seems to me that they're not buying that Summer was abducted and she's alive and well.
No. What do you mean, Whispering Winds? She said, Brooks and Kevin, where do you go? What do you mean? We're right here.
I'll probably go to hell for talking about that. No,
No, I don't think so.
I'm just kidding.
No, we can see you, Whispering Winds. You're not muted.
Where do we go? Is she saying that she lost us, or where?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand her question.
I don't know. She just said, where did you go? She thought she got muted. She's not muted.
No.
Might be something on her
I
end.
can't see. See, I got to tell everybody, I don't have another phone, and I don't use it. I have a laptop, so I can't see chat. I wish there was a way I could see chat on my phone. But
well, I just think the whole interview there, and like I said, we're going to go through it again next week. So everybody watch it again, as many times as you can stomach, because there's a lot in that interview. Not as much as in the first one they did with WJHL with Don and Candice. But yeah, there's a lot. He tells he tells the news anchor he didn't know there was a dog trail, but now he's sure that somebody got up it and knew how to get into the basement.
yeah, I wonder what Don is going to do next. Number one, in my opinion, I think he's going to catch a lot of heat about that mattress.
Yep.
For sure.
For sure. Yep.
Because that wasn't just carried down there for no reason. That that came out of that back door.
No, it came from downstairs. He took
sure
that out of
did.
the dungeon. That's what it looks like to me.
I hope that wasn't Summer's mattress. That's all I'm saying about that.
Hang on one second. If you guys want to see the interview, it's on our Facebook page, Crime Lines and Lies. So if you go to our Facebook page, it's on there. Hello, my friend. What did you make of all this mess?
I'm telling you, there's just no end to it, is there?
No.
No.
Where's Candice? Candice needs to talk.
Yeah, she's just awful quiet, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be quiet too if I neglected every one of my kids and they got taken away. It's time to talk there, Candice. It ain't looking too good for you right now because the heat in your kitchen is going to get a little bit stirred up here. It's coming.
That little girl that was on the swing there in that video that you showed? The lady that was there, you kind of got a glimpse of her sitting in the chair. That's that little girl's grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
If I were that little girl's mother and I caught my mama over there, I would never let her have any of my grandkids, any of my kids again. She's a friend. That lady.
Do you know who it is?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, I know who it is. That lady is a friend of Dawn's on Facebook. Her name is Dale. And she brought her grandchild over there and was bragging about it.
I did see that. And I also want to know who would trust a child around that death trap, they have lost 4 children since June 15th. And to let a little child play on Summer's swing is disrespectful, and it was eerie to see.
It was horrible.
That would bother me. I would, Summer's parent, I would, I would not let that happen. I don't know. It's just too soon. If my daughter was abducted, for some other kid to play on her swing, and Don had the nerve to videotape that.
Yep.
That is
A lot of
so
people were upset when
bad.
they saw it.
What do you think about that mattress, Big Eyes?
Oh God, please! I almost threw up. That's so disgusting. Who does that?
And the only mattress that I know of, Don and Candice mattress isn't on the floor. But Summers was. I'll bet you that came out of that basement and that was on the floor.
It looks like a mattress for a child because let's face it, Don and Candice can't fit their big ass on that mattress.
No.
It's not big enough for the two of them. That's a child's mattress.
Yep. Sure is.
Oh, and if that's the case, I mean, come on, I doubt if that's a mattress that Billy slept on in the so-called shed that he stayed in, because you wouldn't carry the mattress from the shed to the back door of your house and prop it up there. That came out of that damn door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look how lazy they are about stuff. It had to come out from that door. They don't haul off anything. Look at their yard. You look in the weeds and you'll see. Look at the weeds beside the house there. What are they trying to have, a weed factory or something? I'm sorry. I'm just ticked off today, okay?
Oh, I know.
You don't have to be sorry.
Especially after seeing that. Let me address a comment real quick. Rindy, she says, so this woman just wanted to be seen on TV. Why was she there with her grandchild while the video that we first played, that's something Don took. He put that on his Facebook page. But I agree. I don't know why she'd want to be there anyway. I don't know why she'd want to be there.
There's
She's probably looking for Grandma to buy some pills.
Well, there's only one reason people associate there, and it's sure not to get the latest recipe for making biscuits.
Yeah, and it's sure not to hear Don preach the gospel. They're only hanging around there for one reason, and who on earth would bring their kid up there when he supposedly says moonshiners, meth heads, the Crips and Bloods of the hillbillies all lurk around there, that he's got to run them off all the time, when Sheriff Lawson clearly said, no.
It's just too many conflicting stories, and he can't even get his own story straight.
No,
maybe
not at all.
Maybe she's there to borrow some of Don and Candice's beakers to make meth.
She came for a cup of sugar, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she did. Like a baggie of it. But that's just, I don't know. Those two things really bug me, that mattress and filming that little girl on that swing. That's messed up.
Yeah, if you miss Summer so much and she loved to twirl on that swing, you'd be like, you know what? Don't put her on the swing. It seems harmless, but it's pretty disrespectful.
Yeah.
And Don Don has control of the narrative, so he thought this would be a good idea to do a video. You know what? This one is going to blow up in their faces.
This is bad. This video is bad.
Yeah.
Especially when the news anchor said, or this news clip, whatever, when she said he didn't even know there was a dog trail till Summer went missing, but he put all this together and no one else thought of it. I wouldn't let a dog sleep on that mattress either. That tells me they know right there. Well, we already knew that Summer was mistreated. We already knew she was neglected. They know she's not coming back because they've got her mattress propped against the door.
Good point, Brooks. There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Yep.
and some of the people that were there with the EquiSearch had said at the end of that dead end road that's so drug free, they found syringes all over the place.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that, but I don't believe that there's all these people lurking in the hills just waiting on someone, waiting on a child.
Nope.
On a dead end road.
On a dead end road. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
One way in and one way out.
Yeah, you'd have to pull in there, turn around, park your car pointing the other way, go up that trail, either lure Summer across that backyard, which is a long way across there. It's not close. It's not just feet away, you know, and all that. Not a chance in hell that this was. Don, you just proved this wasn't an abduction, in my opinion.
Yeah, now he's throwing the boys under the bus for leaving the door open all the time. When Candice said on Chris McDonough's video, oh, they were locked in. No one in, no one out. The door was always locked. And when she went down there, the door was locked. And she had to unlock it to go out that way. And Chris said that was like a habit thing. So, no, that, you know, he's trying to throw everybody under the bus he can find.
Yep. And that famous quote from Candice, she was just gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Candice also said it smothers her. And here's Dawn talking about Summer was being carried down the dog trail, gasping for air.
Yeah.
And exactly, Mary, I've got to address this comment. I love the comments that you guys put up. Grandma brought her little girl to visit a man who has admitted to SA.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
That's a great point.
Exactly.
That man is, if everything is true, that man is going to be facing charges for SA. Don is. Yeah, why in the hell would you even let your little kid around him? Think about that one for a while, right?
Exactly.
So if you people are in chat or want to know where to check out these videos and this news clip, if you go to our Facebook page on Facebook, it's just like the channel. Just put in Crime, Lines, and Lies, and then it'll take you to the page. And that's where that news clip is, and I'll put the video up when we get done here. I just thought it was very odd that Don puts up this creepy video, and then he's on the Knoxville News trying to sell the dog trail story again. And there's Lawson, and no one's a fan of his right now, explaining why the dogs lost their scent. Everyone is still a suspect. Then he doubles it down and he tells all the locals, when you're in your fields, when you're looking around, when you're doing these things,
keep an eye out for
clothing. Clothing.
Yes.
See, that statement tells me that they are not looking for a child that is alive.
Yep. You know, it's kind of strange. Maybe Don is making it too uncomfortable for old Ronnie boy, and he's finally going to do something. Is that what it takes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, that's his job. Maybe he needs to retire. Maybe someone that really cares about the community needs to run for sheriff.
Could be. Or maybe Ronnie Lawson has just had it. I'm just playing devil's advocate. with the circus surrounding this so he can do his job. Because when you have a million phone calls a day of people saying, did you see Don on the toilet? We got to do a get well check. Did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? And they're trying to do something else. Maybe he is just fed up with everything Don keeps putting out there.
Yeah, maybe he watched the video, the 2 videos I sent him. I'm just being, maybe Ronnie Lawson has finally had enough. I hope that's the case.
I think he should have done something a long time ago. I don't understand why Don, being on probation, who's admitted to using drugs, his own words, why he hasn't been put in jail.
Exactly. Right. That's one of the conditions. No drugs, no alcohol.
And Brooks, what did we talk about yesterday about that whole toilet video? about Candice?
Well, I think when in most communities, if you show up and you see someone in that condition, Dawn said she had a mini stroke, they would have taken her to the hospital. I think that she was faking it. I think when they got there, she jumped right up and said,
yep. That's exactly what I think. I think she was not passed out. I think when the welfare check came and they went there and they checked on Candice, she was alive and well. I think it was all another big prank.
Well, look at the one she pulled on Mary, so.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it was a Tuesday night, right?
Yep.
Yep.
When it's Tuesday night, man, they get lit up.
Yeah, why does all this shit happen on a Tuesday night? That's a good point.
Well, Summer went missing on a Tuesday.
Yep.
Good connection.
Summer went missing on a Tuesday night.
Yep. I don't know. There's no way in hell, I don't think, that if they would have showed up for a welfare check, that they would not have taken Candice to the ER, that the paramedics would not have been called. I honestly believe, and in my opinion, it was all another prank from Candice again.
Well, look who they were performing for. Remember that channel?
Yep.
Right. You mean that channel that's gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not saying the name, but look who they were putting the stunt on for. The only person that would have actually posted that.
Yep. Don's advocate.
We're Summer's advocates here, right here.
Yeah.
Right here, we're Summer's advocates. We don't care about their monkey business.
Exactly.
Dawn talk about her hair growing out 4 inches and she's put on weight. All this
Let's
nonsense.
talk about that for a minute.
Well, if you want to, we can, but we know he's lying. That would mean he has seen her.
Right. Yeah. That means that, okay, if Dawn is saying that she was 100% abducted, that means that Dawn is saying the kidnapper or kidnappers let him see Summer, whether it be physically or in another way, but Dawn would have to have seen Summer to know that. So that tells me that absolutely an abduction is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've talked about the abduction for almost 4 months, if you can believe it. I mean, our first show was June 16th. We didn't talk about abduction then because we hadn't heard about it. But, the TBI or the sheriff have never indicated that they believe that this was a stranger abduction. Ever.
Yeah, ever. And in my opinion, and I truly believe, if this was an abduction, TBI would have said something already about it. I do. That's what I think.
Yeah, but they said they could find no credible proof that it was an abduction.
Right.
No. So also, Don has made mention before on Facebook. Normally, he was at one point saying there's at least 25 missing children from that area. There's not. There have been several Amber Alerts in Tennessee. The children have been produced. I just mentioned one. It wasn't an Amber Alert, but the little girl, Skyla, well, she's not a little girl. She's 16. Hawkins County and TBI found her. What is the difference? What is the difference here? The difference is Dawn and Candice.
Yep.
Yeah. And the difference is, in my opinion, they know that she can't be found.
If they're waiting to come across Summer, that's going to be tough.
Yeah. What did I say? I said this a few times that for some reason, I think with Summer, we're going to have to be in this to keep her name fresh. We're going to have to be in this for the long haul.
Exactly.
We may not know for months, but it might be a while before Summer gets the justice she deserves. But one way or another, in my opinion, it's going to happen. But I have no idea how fast it's, you know what I mean? This could take a while.
Well, we just have to keep, putting her name out there every day, even for the creators, even if it's just putting up something on your community post every day about Summer. That will keep her name out there because people read those community posts.
People read the community posts, and there's certain people that are very well connected to the case that watch these shows. And when we sound hopeless and we talk about it's hopeless, corruption, she can't be found, they kick back and say, yep.
Yep.
We have all the faith in the world that the appropriate people are going to be brought to justice for Summer.
Yep. I truly believe that it's justice will be served, but we just got to keep screaming from the rooftops and on every YouTube channel, and a lot of people are. We just got to keep Summer's name out there so she doesn't fall into the cracks of a cold case.
Right. And, not only are certain people watching that think they're getting away with it, but you know what? The FBI's watching too.
There you go. Many children, since Summer went missing, I've mentioned it on other shows. Here's an Amber Alert in Memphis I talked about one day. There was an Amber Alert, I want to say it was around the Chattanooga area. That child's been found. What is the difference? Skyla was found. That was between Hawkins County and TBI. Skyla was found. Okay. What's the difference? The difference is Dawn and Candice. Dawn, you really need to sit Candice down and have her tell the truth. What really went on that afternoon?
Yep.
She wasn't ironing sheets and she wasn't doing laundry.
Absolutely not. And she wasn't on Mom Patrol either.
Well, we know she wasn't on Mom Patrol. Nope.
Well, it's gone on so long now, and him trying to deflect and distract and everything. He might have been innocent in the beginning, but he's complicit now in this cover up and subterfuge about what happened to Summer.
What do you think about Granny?
Well, she knows. She's got to know.
I know that. That's what I say.
Well, what about this story that, and I don't know because I haven't verified it. And again, I believe everything I read on the internet, right, everybody?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That the TBI is the one that told her to get out of there and not to communicate with those two. It goes back to when Dawn was like, I don't know why Allie and Hunter just flipped on Candice like that and why they won't talk to me. The TBI told them not to talk to those two. Don't communicate with them.
Well, I can blow that in the water, out of the water.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Remember the prayer vigil where Candice was there, and there wasn't but about maybe 5 people at the most, and she had Grandis on FaceTime.
Yep.
There at the prayer vigil, yet she's not supposed to be communicating with them when they talk every day. Hello.
And I can blow Hunter and Allie out of the water too, because their interview with Chris McDonough, even though the TBI said do not talk to them, they let her come to the house on Thursday, because when Candice went over, she was asking him if he told anyone about the twisted tea.
Exactly.
And Granny talked to, because I believe it's 100% true, Granny talked to Emma from Crime Stories Obsessed.
Yep. So that's all bull. They all know, all 3 of them.
Yep.
They have to know. The grandmother was with them all day.
Exactly.
You think she was laying in her camper and she didn't see Batman come up and get in the basement?
Yeah,
grab her and her gasping for air and screaming. No one heard that. No one noticed.
Yeah, and let's not forget
the 3 brothers.
Yeah, and let's not forget, Grandma has a child missing.
Yep.
That's a whole nother story.
It is.
There's a whole bunch of mixed up stuff up there too.
You ain't joking.
Hang on 1 second.
Look at Granny's brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
The child molester from hell.
Okay, I'm going to address this comment real quick. Gwen says, but how do we know that Grandis was telling Emma the truth? I don't think she was telling her the truth. I think you're exactly right, Gwen. I think she was communicating with Emma, just like when she called her friend talking about the tainted orange pop and they were going to take Summer to the ER. Yeah, I think she's telling these stories too because she wants to keep her fat ass out of hot water.
Yep, that's a great point.
It's all about, making everyone confused, throwing out all these different things. And it separates people really in our community. People get off on one theory or the other. But I tell you what, I keep going back to 3 people. The 3 that were there when Summer got gone.
Yep. That's me too. That's me too. I know we keep losing Kevin. We had this problem yesterday.
You didn't lose me.
We just can't really hear you. We hear like a lot of background noise.
That's weird because I took my headphones off and that is so weird. I'm going to have to keep wearing my headphones, I guess, from now on.
Oh.
Yep. But, Granny, I have the feeling, I know, in my opinion, she knows exactly what happened and where Summer is. And the other thing is, I think there's a whole nother story about Rose Bly.
Yep.
In my opinion. I do. There's just, when you sit down and Big Eyes, you've done it, go through all the genealogy and all that. This family of, I don't even know what you want to call them, is so twisted and disturbing.
Yeah, and it's not so much the Bly side.
Right.
I do believe that Kenneth James Bly was a good dad. It goes back on the hairline, and it's twisted.
Really bad.
And that's where the same names carry back, the same Candice over and over, and spelled that way too.
Yeah. I'll still never get over how many Candices there are.
Candices, Dons, Andrews, they all carry those names down like they're the damn Kennedys. Find a new name. Nobody wants your name in that family. That's not the lineage you want to carry on.
I just thought of a new name. Ding Don.
There you go.
Mr. Ding Don. He's acting like a ding dong.
Well, they're just all over the place. And I mean, the more that Don tries, the more obvious it is. And it's just getting, I mean, I can't imagine how frustrated law enforcement must be.
Yeah. And you know, there's no way that you can know the backstory of all these people unless you sit down for a couple of months and constantly watch everything every day.
Right.
I mean, look how much crap that people, creators have unraveled about this. You know, that's what I was saying, the behavioral panel. Over half of those people don't even know the backstory to this horrific crime against Summer, in my opinion.
Well, they said that they don't want to know that. They want to go by judging the body language and everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, that can be deceiving too. And another thing, their first interview with him, they didn't say he wasn't lying. They said they couldn't detect any deception.
Well, that's a safe thing to say when you're keeping your channel open.
Exactly.
Because when it comes out he's in handcuffs, what do they say to their audience? Oh, I guess we were wrong.
Well,
yeah, and they sure were interested in the flute player.
Yeah.
David Dotson. That's why I made that comment. He'll probably be the next one on that show.
Well, I really don't look to there be anything revealing with their interpretation. I really don't. I think they just, I don't know. Maybe
What do you think they're going to say? Do you think they're going to say Don was deceptive or he wasn't?
They'll probably come up with something neutral, like, well, they really couldn't tell. They sensed he was distraught, and that can be either way, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and they're covering their asses by doing that.
Of course. Yeah. But they did bring up David Dotson a lot. And
yeah, they did.
And Don's going to run with that. And people have been talking about corruption so much. That's going to be Don's next thing. The minute that, Don hears something, and we've seen it, we've seen his pattern, he grabs it and he runs with it. Just like that stranger out of the blue. I say it's out of the blue. He was actually trolling him for a while, talking about Allie and Hunter. He's on that. He won't let it go. How did Allie and Hunter get up that dog trail? Can anyone see Allie getting up that dog trail to get up there in that basement and get Summer?
What you gonna do? Take that cart from Walmart up it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just don't see that at all. Either one of them, even though Hunter's younger, he's still not in shape of what it would take to do that. We're talking about somebody that's in a SEAL team or something to do that.
You would have to know it's there. Don didn't even know. Now, it's one thing you see Don walking down it. Find someone to walk up it. The lady kept saying, this is steep. This is steep. Find someone to walk up it. Get in that basement. We've seen that, what it takes to get in there. That door was locked.
Well, here's another thing I just thought of. If Don didn't know that dog trail was there, why did he say Jackie Dobbs could have took Summer from the dog trail?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a liar, Don. You know that dog trail was there because you tried to throw Jackie Dobbs under the bus too.
Yep. They tried to throw everybody under the bus around there that they can think of.
Next, it'll be the little girl on the swing and her grandma that was there. Yeah, right. They've been hanging around a lot, and I didn't know why. I think they got something to do with Summer.
Hey, Don, we got your number. And your wife. Your wife needs to start talking. This is bullcrap. You can't keep hiding, Candice. Your daughter was abducted, right? Why are you afraid to talk? Why aren't you begging the kidnappers? Don, Candice. Don, you were just on the news.
showing the dog trail. Why didn't you plead to the abductors?
How did you not know that dog trail was there before? You're acting like this is like you're new to life. How did you not know it was there? He knew it was there.
Well, you know what really gets me is that he keeps using this impersonal reference to Summer. That's his daughter. Say her name, not she and her. And, you know, that's what you call distancing a person, to dehumanize them.
Yeah, and he's done that since day one. He's talked about Summer in past tense. He doesn't say her name. She was a beautiful girl. No, her name is Summer, Don. And it seems to me y'all have forgotten her for over 100 days and counting.
Look at other parents that had legitimate missing children. Go back and look at their interviews. Google this. Put it on YouTube, whatever. Elizabeth Smart, J.C. Dugard, Sean Hornbeck. I mean, even when the Anthonys believed that Kaylee was missing, they use their name over and over and over. Most recent, Gabby Petito, they use their name over and over and over. All Dawn says, she was a lovely young lady. What are you talking about?
She's 5 years old. She's a baby.
She's a baby.
Yeah, and we see the mattress.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Crime and Justice. Look at Gabby's parents.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go on the behavioral panel anyway? Because you want them to come out and say, I see no signs of deception? That's what he's banking on.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He only goes where he's safe.
Uh-huh. Exactly. The McCanns. They use that little girl's name to this day over and over and over. John Walsh, him and his wife, when they were, you can go back if you want to, and you can see it. They use the same name. They use not the same name, obviously the same name. They use the child's name over and over and over.
Yeah, with John, everything was Adam.
Mm-hmm. J.C. Dugard, her mother. Find my daughter. Her name is J.C. Dugard. They would say the name over and over. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, guys, I'm going to start winding this down. Kept you for a little over 2 hours, but thanks for hanging in there.
Yep. I want to thank everybody.
Yeah, thank everybody for coming today.
Yep. Remember, keep screaming Summer's name from the rooftops.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sarah. Hey, all you new guys that are in here, thank you so much. And of course, the people that show up every day without a doubt. I was going through some old videos one day. I was looking for something, and I was like, wow, some of you guys have been here since day one. I mean, even when my computer crapped out on me and you came back the next day, you have no idea how much your support coming in here to a live stream is appreciated every single day. You have no idea how appreciated you are. So if you get a chance, go check out our Facebook page. You've been asking about some different videos and stuff. They're on there, the news clips and everything. Go to the About tab on our channel, and there you can get the email. And if you want to join our Discord, do that. We have the best chat. And I want to say one thing to Birdie. Hey, thank you for coming back. I know there was an issue with another person on there yesterday. I did email that person because I was told about it. And hopefully it corrected itself, because opinions here are welcome. All opinions, we can agree to disagree, because nobody here is going to solve this crime.
Exactly. We all may have different ways we look at stuff, but we have the victims at our heart. We have Summer. We have Gabby. They're in our heart.
Yeah, I'm not going to let it rest until Summer gets justice.
Nope.
And that might be a long time. It could be a long time. And that, you know, I mean, I'd rather it be today, but it could be a long time. Just keep the faith. All right. Everyone have a super great weekend. Katrina, do I have any homework for the weekend? Yep. Just share this video.
Yeah, and watch
Share
for
Summer's name.
And watch for anything that comes out of Don's mouth this weekend.
Yeah, it ought to be interesting.
Yeah, because he's fired up. He's on a media tour. It's never the right media. Well, the local news I'm cool with. You know, Knoxville, you know, whatever. But
yeah, because that mattress is going to he's going to catch some heat over that mattress.
Yep.
And that swing video.
So, the refrigerator.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about that next week. So we'll see you guys 9 a.m. Monday morning.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend.